Hey, what's up? Simon Kelly here. Now, in this video, what I want to do is talk about goal setting. But before you close the video and leave, I think it's something that's been totally done to death. And that's why I want to talk about a bit of a different take on it. Goal setting is, I think, really important because if you're just, going to the airport with no particular destination in mind, you could wind up anywhere. Whereas if you're wanting to go to a particular place, then it's a lot easier to pick which terminal to go to, which plane to get on, and all that stuff. So you actually arrive at a place that you want to instead of just kind of at the whim of whatever's going on. So what I want to look at is some like traditional goal setting methods, and then I want to look at a system to actually help you achieve certain things on a consistent basis. So one of the traditional goal setting methods is called SMART goals. So they're specific, measurable, attainable, they're relevant, and they're time-based or timely, or however you want to put those. There's usually slight variations on that, but that's pretty much it. There's an end date, there's a finish line, there's a particular moment in time where those things will be true, and then you will have achieved those things. Now, they can be really great. SMART goals are really great. I use them with my clients. I use them with coaching clients as well. But it doesn't give you a system about how to get there. It doesn't tell you what actions to take. It just tells you to an extent like what done looks like and some kind of time pressure that needs to be imposed in order to get there. But everything between now and then is up to whatever. You can't just set the goal and then expect to achieve it. It can be really helpful to have something crystal clear in your mind that you want to work towards. That can absolutely be helpful to drive a sense of purpose, but it doesn't mean it's going to get done. As I'm sure you know, like lots of people set goals, especially around New Year's time, and to do with like losing weight a lot of the time in exercising, fitness goals. And there's whatever the stats are, something along the lines of 92% of people who set those kind of goals don't actually achieve them. I was on a call with a Mavericks Club, which I'm a coach of, which is an agency mastermind program with Troy Dean, and we were talking about how many people set and achieve goals, and a couple of people, well, most of the group put their hand up, and then how many of us who set goals achieve more than 50% of them, and there was only one person who put their hand up there. So setting goals doesn't mean you're going to achieve them. There is a level of pull and purpose that can go with it, but it's not the be all and end all just setting goals. And for some people it can be quite disheartening or disconcerting by setting goals and then continuously not achieving those things. So something I've been reading a bit about is growth mindset, and that's led me to something called a PACT. So PACT. So instead of just having the goal being set, PACT is continuous action towards achieving it. So let's say if it's something along the lines of like building your authority, let's say. You want to be building your authority, you want to grow your authority, or even if you just want to produce content more regularly, produce videos more regularly, just something you want to do on a consistent basis, be more healthy. So setting a SMART goal for that, it doesn't really apply. It doesn't really fit into that SMART goal framework because it's a continuous thing with really no end time. So what I want to run through is like what a PACT is. And just give you a couple of tips to be able to hopefully put something like this together if it's useful for you. All right, so we're going to do a PACT. All right, so that is PACT. The P standing for purposeful. Whoa. Having a reason behind it, like what is the purpose behind doing this activity? Like what is something that resonates with you that you actually want to do? Like there is a deeper purpose behind this particular activity. And then A is for actionable. So there's actions you can take. It's something you can do. Something I guess ideally be a yes or no. Like is it done or not done? All right, and then the C is for continuous. So this is something that will happen on an ongoing basis. So in the case of, let's say, becoming more healthy, or being a runner, let's say. So could be that you want to run 3 times a week. There's no particular end game with that, but if being healthy and fit and running is important to you, there's the purpose there. And then actionable, it's really, go for a run, yes or no. Probably some level of kilometers or miles there. And continuous, yes, it's an ongoing thing as well. And then T is for trackable. Can you track that? Yes or no? All right, so purposeful, actionable, continuous, and trackable. So that's a PACT. So something like learning how to code, or learning how to design, or being more fit, learning how to cook. Those things would be more suited to a PACT as opposed to having a SMART goal, right? So you can combine these two things as well. So if you've got something like a SMART goal, let's say like run a marathon in 2020, let's say. So I'm sure you'd probably need to sign up for some particular event, so that would make it time bound. It's specific, it's measurable for sure, it's attainable. Well, it's kind of up to who's doing it. Is it relevant? I think that's the R, isn't it? Is it relevant to you? Is that something that's relevant to where you want to go in life? And then is it timely? Like, is it time bound? So running a marathon in 2020 does tick a lot of those boxes. But it doesn't mean you're going to achieve that, because there's a hectic training plan that's involved in actually doing that, depending on like what level you're at. But if running a marathon is important to you and it fulfills some kind of purpose, then setting a PACT for the training is something that might be useful for you. So the training being a purpose that resonates with you, and then it's actionable, so making sure you're running 3 days a week or following the training plan. It is something that's continuous. Although this does have an end date, potentially with the marathon, which there's actually some post-marathon blues that some people get afterwards, because they're no longer training and getting those endorphins and that post-run high. That's amazing. So that continuous part is kind of there. And then trackable, yes, that's there. When I was training for the marathon last year, I had the 12-week plan just on the door on the way out of my place, and I could just see like where I'd ticked off the training, and I'd highlight it green and put in my times and like how I felt during the run and little motivational things. So that tracking system, that really helped to keep me going. While I did think about the end goal, I did think about running into the MCG and how amazing that would be, I didn't that wasn't really at the forefront of my mind. I didn't really believe that it was possible, I guess, and it didn't motivate me enough until I was further through the training. It was through having a PACT and through taking action that it actually really inspired me. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. I hope if there's something in there that's resonated with you or been useful, let me know in the comments, or feel free to send me a message. Love to know, like, do you go about setting SMART goals, or do you have anything that you're like continuously working on and that you track? I'd love to hear about it. All right, cool. Till next time, I'm Simon Kelly. Take care, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to learn. Cheers.